Are we recording? Yep, we're recording. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you today? Ryan is back with another video, another Star Wars video. Very excited to get into this. Alright, well, without further ado, I guess there's no further ado anyway. Let's just jump right into this. So, this is how I believe Darth Vader could have survived his encounter with the Emperor at the end of Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. So yeah, let's jump right into this. So these are the three ways, like I said, three ways I think he could have survived. So before we get started, I would love it if you guys left comments below telling me how you guys think he could have survived. Um, Also what your favorite part of the video was, and yeah. Alright, well, let's jump right into this. So starting off with number one. Now, I do not know if Luke knew how to use the whole force heal thing that was introduced to us in Rise of Skywalker. But if he did, and I'm just going to say that he did, because I can, so deal with it. But I'm going to say that he could, and if he did know how, which, like I said, I'm saying he did know how, he definitely could have used that to heal Vader, or at least mostly heal him until they could get to Endor and find, like, medical supplies for him. So I definitely believe that they could have used that, especially because if it was in Rise of Skywalker, then it's been around, so, I think he definitely could have used that. Number two, I believe that if Vader, or Anakin, now Anakin, was willing to use his dark side powers just one more time, he could have used, like, his sheer force of will to stay alive, like Maul did. Because as we learned in the Clone Wars series, Maul used his hatred to fuel him to stay alive. His purely on his hatred for Kenobi. But I believe Vader could have maybe not used hatred for someone, but found something to motivate him. Like seeing his daughter again, like seeing Leia. I believe he could have used that to motivate him because he's never seen his daughter. He's only seen Luke. He's never, well, actually, I think he did in Empire Strikes Back, but that was very quick. So I believe he would have wanted to maybe spend some more time with her. So I believe he could have just used that sheer force of will, that motivation to stay alive and see his daughter again, technically again. But it would feel like the first time for, at least for me, kind of. And now number three, the last one. Now, this one is a little bit far-fetched, especially because I don't know if they would even have the time to do this, but let's go ahead and do it. They could have used a medical droid. Now, they probably did not have time to go walking around and find a medical droid while the Death Star was blowing up, but if they did have enough time, or in a room on the way to the Death Star, they could have found a medical droid, and they could have gotten to the shuttle, and then they would have taken Vader inside, and then while Luke was piloting to get out, the medical droid would be in the back, stabilizing Vader, at least enough so that they could get to Endor and find proper medical supplies at the Imperial base and heal him and bring him back, basically. I believe that they definitely could have done that if they had the time. Now, if not, then yeah, there's no way that would have happened. But if they did have the time, they definitely could have found a medical droid, stabilized Vader on the ship while Luke was flying, and then found proper medical supplies once they got to Endor. Or they could have used, like, a combination of that whole stabilizing him and the whole sheer force of will to stay alive. But yeah, and the force healing one is probably a little bit far-fetched too, because I don't know if Luke knew that. But, I'm just going to say that he did, because he was a really good Jedi and knew a lot. He had great knowledge about the Jedi. So I believe that, yes, Luke did know how to do that. But I think in the movie, he just didn't, because Vader kind of did. He felt fulfilled in the movie. Vader he almost didn't want to continue. This is kind of like what he wanted. But I do believe that if Luke really wanted to bring him back, he could have with the Force heal. So yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And like I said in the beginning, please leave comments down below of how you guys think he could have survived. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And, yeah. And also, if you want to see more videos like this, like I'm working on a how Mace Windu could have survived, how Snoke could have survived. So I'm working on those two, how people could have survived videos. And I'm probably going to come up with some more. So, So yeah, and I think I could even do how Yoda could have survived. I've already got a couple ideas in my head. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, have a great day. This is Ryan signing off. See you, ladies and gentlemen.